Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you could look into my eyes. Let's sway under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, and welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and over here, looking just cute, get out of here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO Weenie Mushane. Say hello, sweetheart. BOOZHOO Gakila Awia. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Michael Lyons. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Thanks for showing up. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing great. How are you? Never better. Every day I'm a little better than the day before. Really? No. But, you know, for the show. So what's going on, sweetie? Not much. Gonna wash the floors today? I am gonna wash the floors today. Even though that's your job. Why is that my job? Well, it's woman's work. That's not woman's work. Somebody's gotta run the vacuum. Yeah, how come that's not woman's work? I don't know. This woman's work. This woman's work. Ooh, it's hard on the man. Now his part is over. Kate Bush. So should we see who's here? Yeah. Hey, what do you know? Millie June Thomas. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Bonjour, Millie June Thomas, and welcome to the show. Millie June gets our coveted gold star. And a gold star from Millie June. Oh, wow, Millie June gave us a tip. Hey, great. Millie June, miigwech. We just got a super chat. Super chat, go buy a cup of makane mashkiki wabu. Buy a cup of that black medicine water. We're going to get a cup of coffee with your lovely super chat. Miigwech. Hey, Cousin Missy's here, sweetie. Well, bonjour, cuz. Let's get Missy a silver star. Missy's got the silver star for coming in second. Bonjour. And John Redcorn's in third. Third place goes to John. Third place, he gets a bronze star. Bonjour, John. How's it going, Mr. Redcorn? John's like, bonjour, cousins. I like how he spelled that. Cousins. And Joseph's here. Ho, wa. Bonjour, Niji. Bonjour, Joe. What's going on? Jim Dunn says, Mino Giga Jabe from Winona. Winona Ryder? Oh, I hope so. Tell Winona we said hi. Yeah, tell her we said hi. She still looks great. She does, doesn't he? Doesn't she? Doesn't he? Yeah, she's probably trans, but, you know. Yeah. I like seeing Winona Ryder get older. Yeah, there's something about it I like too. I don't know. You can still be cute and in your 40s, 50s, whatever she is. Jim Dunn says hello. Okay, and then Millie June says, yay, Good Noodle Awards. Yep, you get the Good Noodle Award. Whatever that is. I don't know. And Sequoia Hummingbird from the road. She says, morning from Missouri. Missing the cool lake breeze. Uh-oh, Sequoia's down in Southern Territory. Oh. Yeah, stay cool, cuz. Sequoia Hummingbird. Mino Giga Jabe. And today is, as you alluded to, what's that? It's floor washing day. Oh, yeah. Gazibigi, saginagay, geeshagud. Gazibigi, saginagay, geeshagud. Floor washing day or Saturday. What can we say about Saturdays? We can say you shouldn't burp on live stream. Sorry. I'm burping up my coffee. Cause a big geese are gonna gig. You know, it reminds me of a story, sweetie. Really? Yeah. Why? No reason. Because I need to have something to say on the show. I remember back in the days of the grandfathers. There was one Gizabigi Saginagay Gija Good Onagoshin. There was one Saturday evening where my brother and I went up to Inger. Inger? Is that where it was? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was Inger. We went on a sweat. A Madudu Deswan. And before I went out there, my brother, he was going to kind of coach me. He goes, listen, we're going to go sweat with a real Ojibwe speaker. Okay. It was the old man, old George Gogolai, senior. He was in his 80s at that point. And his first language was Ojibwe. And he goes, now, you're going to notice that he has that kind of old style cultural way of speaking. Like real slow? Yeah. Like old Indians are very comfortable with silence. There's a story, they say Sitting Bull got his name because he would never just snap an answer back. You'd ask him something and he'd sit and contemplate before he went. He was a very considerate person. Well, my brother goes, look, George is kind of one of these old style Indians. Sometimes it takes him a long time to respond to a question. So if you find yourself where he's not talking to you, it doesn't mean he didn't hear you or he's rude. He's just thinking about what you said. So I go on the sweat. We go through the whole thing. It's the middle of the night by the time we're done. We come inside to have a feast. There's chicken, wild rice, mashed potatoes, all that. And I'm sitting in the living room with this elder. And I said, "Hey, George, can I ask you something?" He's like, "Mm-hmm." And I go, "I was reading this book about Ojibwe culture." Because that's who I am. I learn about it through books, But I wanted to ask a real Indian, what's up with the sweat lodges? In this book, it said that the Ojibwe sweat lodge was this little thing. It's like a little doghouse or something. It was a little lodge. It could fit maybe 3 people. But we just went into this big old sweat lodge. It was as big as the Dakota sweat lodges. And I go, "So what's with that? Did we steal the Dakota sweat lodge somewhere along the line when we started making them real big?" And he kind of laughed and he goes, "No, man. No, he didn't laugh at first. At first he didn't say a thing. And I just sat there and I waited. And I was like, is he going to answer my question?" "Yeah." And then I remembered what Scott said. And so I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just wait." And then you're stuck. It's like they're holding you hostage. I asked him, "Did we steal our sweat lodges from the Sioux?" And finally, I'd almost forgotten that I had asked the question. He goes, "Nah. Everybody thinks we got our sweat lodges from the Sioux. From the Buon," he called them. The Finlander Chamokaman. Finlander Chamokaman came over with their, sauna. And I kind of laughed like, "Nah." And I gathered that he was saying that we adapted our sweat lodges to the Finlander sauna. Oh, really? Yeah. You boys, you real traditional Indians, enjoy your sweat lodge ceremonies? Well, you can thank a Finlander. So today, our Ojibwe words of the day. And then I think I'll teleport out to a sweat lodge so I can see it. Yeah, it's a good idea. How about Madu Diswan? In Ojibwe, we call a sweat lodge a Madu Diswan, a sweat lodge. But we call a person from Finland a Madudu Winini. Madudu Winini. And I think it's interesting. Yeah. So I think it kind of confirms that, why would we call a sweat lodge a Madu Diswan? I mean, we're basically calling Finlanders sweat lodge people. Yeah. The sweat lodge person is a person from Finland. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. We didn't call it a Abuezo Wigamig. Abuezo Wigamig would be a sweat, like sweat on your body, lodge. Wigamig. It would be a sweat wigwam. A sweat lodge would be that. But we don't call it Abuezo sweat. We call it a Finlander thing. Madudiswan. A Madudiswan is a sweat lodge. And Madudiswan Winini is a Finlander. I mean, I guess we had sweat lodges, but when the Finlanders came over, I think they saw our crappy little 3-person sweat, and they were like, "Hey, you guys, listen, we're from cold climate too. We're gonna build what we call a sauna. I want you boys to come in here." And then the Indians were just like, "Hey, man, why don't we have our sweat lodge ceremonies in these saunas? This is way better." Thank you, sweat lodge people. You gave us this new, improved sweat lodge. But anyway, if you've never seen a sweat lodge, sweetie, would you teleport me out to the place? Sure. I'm going to go to a sweat lodge the ceremonial grounds. Okay. When to teleport? Make it so, number one. Yeah, here we go. Sweat Lodge. In the Sweat Lodge, men and women. I don't know how you guys feel about this. Some people don't like it when the ladies and the men sweat together. I've never had a problem with it. But I've done both. I've gone into sweat lodges when it's just guys, and that's one vibe. And I've been in a number of them when the person putting on the sweat was a lady. It was a Mushkiki Ikwe. It was a medicine woman. And so I don't know. But some people say you're not supposed to do that. I don't care. But you come to the sweat lodge, right? And you come here to sing. Nagamo. And you also come here to Anama A. You come here to pray. Pray an Anama A. Pray a prayer. Some of the old timers will tell you, yeah, well, we go into the sweat lodge because you got to sweat out your prayers. Sometimes people got a lot of bad spirits on them, you know, bad energy. They have to purify. So you sweat out all those toxins. But you go in there and it's all dark. I always found it gross, but sometimes the mushkiki wouldn't eat, a medicine man, he'd be like, oh yeah, you're entering your mother's womb again. I'm like, ugh. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure my mother's womb wasn't this smoky. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a whole bunch of Nijis sitting next to me when I was in my mother's womb. Goes, no, you're Mother Earth. Yeah, okay. But you're basically sitting in a lodge. And when you go into a sweat lodge, you know, long before you ever find yourself here, you have to bring tobacco to a medicine man and ask him for permission. He would come up and you say, Tapana niwiya sema. Accept my tobacco. And if that medicine man takes your tobacco, you can ask him, hey, will you take me into the sweat? I got some singing to do. I got some praying to do. He'll be like, yeah, okay, we're going to go in on this Saturday. Show up, bring a towel, bring your swimming trunks, you know, or whatever. That's one big difference between Indian guys and Finlanders. Finlanders will, they'll just drop their trousers completely. Walk in there with just their birthday suits. Ojibwe guys are a little more modest than that. Ojibwe guy shows up in his swimming trunks. And a towel. You think it's a day at the beach. But you're going to a sweat. So they go into the sweat, you know. And sometimes you'll sing. Sometimes, I even brought in a hand drum once. Gun, the drum. You can drum if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. 'Cause your friends don't drum, and if they don't drum, well, they're no friends of mine. You can nagamo if you want to. You can sing. Nagamunda. Or nagamoda. Let us sing. For Indian people, sometimes that singing is a prayer in itself. You know, you don't have to come up with fancy words when you pray. The Creator knows what's in your heart. So sometimes they just come out to a sweat lodge. Here's one thing I learned from the from the Dakota Anishinaabe. Here's another thing about that story. So old George Goggle-Eye, he referred to the Finlanders as Wally Bear. Hey, BOOZHOO, Wally Bear. A Finlander is a Finnish person. Somebody from Finland. He called the Finlanders, was it Finlander? Yeah, he goes, the Finlander Chamokaman. No, he didn't call him Chamokaman. He called him Finlander Anishinaabe. Finlander Anishinaabe. And I was like, are these mixed bloods? Are these the half Finlander, half Indians or something? But he just used the term Anishinaabe as for the term people. That's when I realized, Anishinaabe doesn't mean Indian, it means people. There are Finlander Anishinaabe, there are Buon Anishinaabe, Dakota people. Dakota Anishinaabe. Anyway, so the Dakota, before they go into their sweat lodges, they say, Matakyo Asen, all my relations. In Ojibwe, we might say, Nij in Dinawe Maganadug. Nij in Dinawe Magan. All my cousins. But they say, okay, you got to get down on your hands and knees. You got to go in there like I was seen, like an animal. You get on all fours so you can humble. What's the word for humility? Dabadane dizzy win. They say when you go into the sweat lodge, you're going in there for all your relations. The other human beings, the other Anishinaabe, but also you're going in there for the four-leggeds, your cousins with the fur and the tails, and your cousins who fly, the birds, B'nai Sheyag, and your cousins who crawl around on the ground, and your cousins who give us our lunch and they swim in the lake, known as the fish, and your cousins, the deer, all your relations, all living beings. You're going to get down and humble and talk to the Creator of all of us. Talk to the Father of everybody. So you go in there to pray. Anama E. But some people, they pray by singing. Sometimes I pray by singing. It's like a meditation. And I'll sing a guitar song, And I know I'm not like saying, oh, Jesus is so great, God is so good, la la la, But I'm just singing because I'm expressing joy or something. I'm worshiping. I don't know what I'm doing. But the sweat lodge, in some ways, is kind of like the old style Indian church. You'd gather together to get good and spiritual. Let's see. Sometimes people come out here for a vision. They'll come into the sweat lodge and, they bring in the rocks. The old grandfathers. I've been in sweat lodges before where, you spent all day burning down this campfire to heat up the rocks. And the rocks are glowing red. And they drag them in there and they close the door. And it's just hot. And I'll hear these old Ojibwe guys go, BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Hello, grandfather. Or Mishomis, that's what it is. BOOZHOO Mishomis. Hello, grandfather. And but they'll close the door and it gets just hot, and they'll pour some water on the rocks and the steam will go and then it's just like you got hit by a kettle of tea. Ah! But and then here's the trick I learned. I hope it's okay that I talk about this stuff. I can't imagine Kichimanadu getting annoyed with me for sharing our culture. But some people get very touchy when they go, don't talk about these things. This is sacred cultural teachings. You shouldn't be filming yourself. Why? That's not the way of the ancestors. It's like, yeah, the ancestors didn't have live stream YouTube shows. I'm sure if old, Crazy Horse had a live stream show, he'd be doing the same thing. So cut it out, okay? Back off. Oh, whoops. Oh, I think I just heard Natasha. That's so strange. Anima A prayer. Oh, but anyway, so you go in there and you pray. And I learned that the thing about being in a sweat lodge, it is really hot. People don't go in there and relax. You're not in there going, hey, did you see the game last night? It's like a sauna, like you've been in any hotel, but with the crank turned up past 11 and ripped off. They cranked up the knob and tore it off. That's what a sweat lodge is. It's super hot sauna with a bunch of sweaty guys. But you go in there, and if you're paying attention to how hot and sweaty you're getting, you're going to be miserable. There have been times where my prayer was, please, let them open that door. I'm dying here. Please. Get me out of here. But if you pray, it makes you have to focus on your prayers. If you think about your body and how uncomfortable you are, it takes forever. But there's something about being in a sweat, in the dark, super hot, dripping. And if you focus on your prayers, you get comfortable. You no longer, wiggle and squirm. And after a while, somebody will say door, and they open it up, and all the steam rolls out, and everyone goes, oh, that was a good sweat, And you might have people do things differently at some point there. Oh yeah, I was going to grab my pipe. Sometimes people smoke a pipe right in the lodge, Sometimes they'll bring in some water. You can have a drink. I had the best cedar tea of my life sitting in a sweat lodge. It was so weird. It was actually hot tea, but by the time they brought it into the sweat lodge, we were so hot, it felt cold. I mean, it was like lukewarm, or maybe it wasn't even that hot, but it was cedar tea I drank, and so delicious. And I must have been super thirsty too. It was a weird, and the medicine from the cedar. But then, after a little bit, they close that door up again, and they go to door number 2. And then there's a different thing going on. You might pray out loud with each other. You might sing a song. Sometimes the only person who knows this song is the medicine man, so he might be in there. It could be just his voice, and while the other people are praying and stuff. Sometimes that guy will just pray in Ojibwe or Dakota or whatever your people are. But then people will talk about seeing stuff. You'll be sitting in there and eagle flying at you. A bear. Sometimes people hear stuff. They'll hear an eagle call out from outside the lodge. And you'll wonder, was that a real eagle? Or was that a vision? Was that a spirit? Sometimes people see lights, little blue lights floating around, little balls of light. People see all kinds of things. Sometimes people don't see anything. If you're in New Mexico, some people totally fry in a New Age sweat lodge. Be careful who you go into a sweat lodge with, by the way. If it's like somebody from Santa Fe, New Mexico, who wears beads and is also a part-time Buddhist, he probably doesn't know what he's doing, and he's gonna fry it. I heard about people dying at a sweat in New Mexico somewhere. And I don't think it was an Indian guy who was putting it on. I think it was a New Ager. But an Indian guy can cook you alive too. But, you know, if you're going with real Nijis, they've done this a million times. and they don't want to fry themselves, so you don't have to worry. But, you know, they call it. So anyway, by the end of the night, there's 4 doors you go through. Praying and singing and sweating. You sing, nagamo. You pray, anamae. And you sweat. Abuezo. Here at the Madudaswan, at the Sweat Lodge. Named in honor of the Finlander people. Or we name the Finlander people in honor of the Sweat Lodge, I guess. Finlanders. People for Finland. Sweat Lodge men. And today's Ojibwe Word of the Day is brought to you by our cousins across the ocean. Across the Kichigami. The Finlanders. We got a lot in common with the Finlanders and the Norwegians. And frankly, the French. Less so with we traded with the French, and French were good canoers and trappers and that kind of stuff. Which is weird. You don't really think of French people being rugged outdoorsmen. I picture French guys wearing like berets, smoking cigarettes and drinking wine. But, you know, their ancestors were rugged, you know, Minnesotans. And the Finlanders and those guys, what are they called? Scandinavians. Those guys knew how to live in this climate too. They knew about sweat lodges and trapping. We probably got the snowshoe from those guys, but I don't know. I suppose I should go back. Boop, boop, boop. BOOZHOO! Hi, sweetie. You ready to come home? Yeah, would you mind picking me up? Nope, I gotcha. Let me scan for your coordinates. All right. And that's 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Uh-oh. Let me try that again. There you are. What happened? It didn't work. Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of shorted out. I think we got too many lights on. Sometimes when we have too many lights on in here, we work the teleporter. It's going to blow a fuse. Yeah. Teleporters are electric. I don't know if you guys knew that. So how was the Sweat Lodge grounds? Oh, it's pretty out there. It's a really beautiful day. Oh, cool. Did you talk about the sweat? A little bit. Did they learn? Probably not. So what have you guys been up to while I was gone? Brian Souls is here. Oh, hey. BOOZHOO, Brian. What's going on? Welcome back to the show. And I noticed Wally Bear was here. Yep. And cedar tea sounds good. So good. I better go make some. Millie's going to go make some cedar tea. Why does poison ivy always grow around wild onions? Love picking them. Hate the poison ivy. Sweetie, how come there's so much poison ivy around the wild onions? Well, you have to understand that poison ivy is actually a natural defense for the wild onion. Really? Yeah, they choose to grow near poison ivy so people won't pick them and they will live. They choose to grow. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why it is. You make me laugh. So, should we play a song for the folks? Yeah, let's play. Hey, you want to have Michael do that? Is she really going out with him? Is she really going out with him by Joe Jackson? Yep. Here's a song about a gay guy singing about being in love with a woman. I mean, it's not about that. It just is that. Joe Jackson, sung by Michael Lyons, who's not gay. Did you like my Ojibwe lesson yesterday? You mean the gay go, going gay go gay? Yeah. Last night we had an evening show and I was like, going gay go. No, don't. And gay go, because it was G-E-G-O, gay, E's are sound like A. So gay go. I'm not saying go gay. I'm saying gay go. Going gay go gay. Don't go gay. Anyway. But this has nothing to do with that. This is about heartbreak, seeing somebody that you really like walk by outside your window. And you wonder, is she really going out with him? Is she going to take him home tonight? This says, is she really going out with him? And up next, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Miigwech biz and dawiag. Pretty women out walking with gorillas down my street. From my window I'm staring while my coffee grows cold. Look over there, where? There is a lady that I used to know. She's married now or engaged or something, so I'm told. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Something's going wrong around here. Tonight's a night when I go to all the parties down my street. I wash my hair and I kid myself, I look real smooth. Look over there, where? There is Jeannie with her new boyfriend. They say that looks don't count for much, well so there goes your proof. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Something's going wrong around here. Something's going wrong around here. But if looks could kill, there's a man there who's marked down as dead, 'cause I've had my fill. Listen you, take your hands from her head. I get so mean around the scene. Hey, hey, hey. Did I forget a verse? Yeah, I think I did.
I think we forgot the outro.
Anyway.
I can hear the birds. Where are they?
Okay, hey, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm stuck in some sort of nether region of no background.
Did you want me to teleport you back home?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I don't know what this is.
Okay, hang on. That's 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. Nah.
Hey, there she is.
Well,
I thought you were outside.
Well, I wanted to go outside and say a prayer, but then I could hear the birds, but I couldn't see anything.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. We gotta start preparing for the show.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, everybody! BOOZHOO! Natasha Nindishana Cause. Natasha is my name. And today, I would like to go outside and say a prayer. Got a request from Brian Soul saying, Natasha, please make time for the Serenity Prayer today. I love when you speak it in both languages. I just logged out of an AA meeting early this morning when I saw the BOOZHOO crew filing in. I would love to do the Serenity Prayer in Ojibwe. But should I go out to the sweat, maybe?
Yeah, why don't I send you out to where I was?
Okay. I'm going to go back out to where NanaBOOZHOO was.
Okay, hang on. That's 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. No. Oh my! Isn't this pretty? Yeah, there it is. The old doo-doo. What is it called? Madu this one. Madu this one. This one? No, that one. Madu this one. That's what Lodge. But today, oh, you know what else? I became kind of familiar with the power of the Sweat Lodge when I met some people who were like, oh yeah, that's how I stay sober. You know, there's a lot of people who end up going to the Sweat Lodge because they're trying to sober up. You're going to quit drinking finally. You're going to quit drugs. You're going to quit smoking. You're going to quit sinning. The Sweat Lodge, people purify their bad stuff. You can go in there and you can quit. It'll burn out your that monkey on your back. You know, if you got the you know, some people, you know, their addictions can be purified. I mean, you sweat it out, and so you don't need to drink after you go to a Sweat Lodge. But so there's a lot of Indian guys who walk the red road, or a lot of former alcoholics or recovering alcoholics. That's what they call. Oh, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm still an alcoholic. I just never drink. It's like, well, that sucks. If I'm going to be an alcoholic, I want to be a drunk alcoholic. But no. So sometimes when people have to straighten up, gonna straighten up and fly right, as my science teacher in the 8th grade used to say, you better straighten up and fly right. Okay. But there comes a time when a lot of people, they go, myself included, go, okay, enough is enough. No more of that. Ishkode wabu. No more of the fire water. I'm gonna purify myself. I'm gonna go to sweat, whatever. But sometimes people have to pray. Anima A. Anima Ah. Sorry. Anima Ah. And Madu Diswan. You gotta pray for the Creator to help you. So I'm gonna say the Serenity Prayer. Bungin Anima A. I'm gonna Anima Ah. I'm gonna pray that God will grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You gotta know the difference between what you can change and what you can't. You gotta accept the things you can't change. Sometimes people gotta accept, hey, you know what? I'm a hopeless addict. I love booze. I can't change that. But you can have the courage to change certain things. Yeah, I happen to love getting drunk, but I also happen to have incredible willpower and determination and self-discipline. You know, sometimes you have to have the courage to change the things you can. Well, I'm going to change my habit of giving in to my tendency to want to get drunk. I'm going to change that. I'm going to risk going crazy, feeling depressed, being lonely, getting healthy, getting thin, having more money. I'm going to risk all these things by quitting drinking. So you have the courage to change what you can. Most of us, it isn't that we try to change and fail. Most of us don't try because we're afraid. We don't have the courage to try. So the years go by, you just keep on drinking because you're afraid to try to live without it. That's what I was like for many years. Well, I don't know. What am I going to do with myself if I don't drink? And the wisdom, Nabwakawin, wisdom to know the difference. You gotta know what you can't change and what you can. So, in Ojibwe, I always start by offering tobacco to the Great Spirit. I say, Taka otapananiwi asema gichimanadu. Please accept my tobacco. Gichimanadu. Taka we duka wishin way ni G nana guda wendaman. G oda G oda pinaman. Let me start over. Gichimanadu. We duka wishin way ni G nana guda wendaman. G oda pinaman iu. Kikashki kitosiwan. G anchi seduyan. G apichite ayan. G apichite. G anchi sedoyan. Kikashki kitoyan. Chite apichi nabwakayan. G ke naman ono. Ape inke. Amen. P.S. Gichimanadu. We do go wishing everybody who's on the sober path, who's walking the red road today, people who've given up drinking. I pray that you'll be with them. Give them strength, and courage, and wisdom to keep on keeping on. I always have to remind myself, nobody quits drinking and then later on says, I wish I'd never quit drinking. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I could have been something, but I refused to drink after whatever year. Just the opposite. Everybody says, oh, that was the smartest thing I ever did. Not just for the health stuff, but good stuff started happening after I did that. There's a lot of artists who will talk about how their art kind of took off, their career sort of took off after they quit drinking. I don't know if it's because you have just a little more clarity, a little more time, or does Gichimanadu kind of help you out, kind of reward good behavior once in a while. Does he go, hey, you know what? I know that wasn't easy. I'm sorry I invented the delicious fire water, but since you're gonna, since you're gonna meet me halfway, how about this? Here's a little gift of career, or I don't know what it is. But good luck. Hope you can stick with it. I don't know. What do you think, Gitchimanadu? No, I wasn't asking you, bird. I was asking the Great Spirit what he thinks. Oh, you think everything's a conspiracy. This bird is a 9/11 truther. No, I'm not saying I believe the official story either. But come on, it's been 21 years. Believe me, they've done more since. I don't know. I'm looking for wood ticks. I don't want to get any wood ticks on me. There don't seem to be too many mosquitoes. Zagame wug. Not too many mosquitoes out here. That's good. Sometimes in the summers in Minnesota, we get so many mosquitoes, especially out at campsites and near water, that you end up just doing the Minnesota stomp, the dance. In the winters, we stomp when we come in from the snow. In the summers, we dance and slap ourselves in a dance to kill the mosquitoes. Minnesota people are never satisfied. It's either too cold, too hot, too wet, too many mosquitoes. I don't see any chemtrails. That's good. Sabe! Sabe! Sabe is Bigfoot in Ojibwe. I'm just doing a Bigfoot call. Sabe! Sup, 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 sabe! Nah. What if there was a Bigfoot call? If you had to, would you eat Bigfoot meat? Would it be kind of like eating a person? Or would it be kind of like eating a monkey? Some people eat bear. Makwa. I don't think I'd even want to eat bear. Anytime you have this conversation, have you ever eaten bear? The people who've eaten bear, they go, oh, it's delicious. It's like, take it easy. I'm sure mink and weasel and rat are good barbecue too, but I don't think I want to eat them either. I don't know. La, 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 doo, doo, doo. Guess I better go home. It's time we should be going home. My thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my love lies waiting silently for me, silently for me. And on a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band, homeward bound. I wish I was. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, BOOZHOO. Homeward bound. Baby, will you teleport me home? Yes, I will. I'll teleport you right now. Okay, one to teleport. Make it so. Number one.
Hey, there she is. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Did you say a prayer?
I did. I said the Serenity Prayer.
In Ojibwe?
Mm-hmm.
You should have said it in Finnish.
Yeah, that's the theme of the show today. Finlanders. The sweat lodge people. Maybe we just thought they were sweaty people.
No, because then we would have called them whatever sweat is.
Oh, right. Today's Ojibwe words of the day. Abuezo. Yeah, we didn't call them the sweaty people. The abuezo. We called them the sweat lodge people. Because of their helpful tips on how to build a bigger sweat lodge. Madu Deswan. Madu Deswan. Madu that one? No. Madu Deswan. Sweat lodge. And a Madudu Winini is a person from Finland. Or a sweat lodge person. Sweat lodge man. He's sweat lodge man. He can do what he can. And on this, Gizzy geese, again a gay, geese are good, floor washing day. We practice the sacred tradition of vacuuming the floors and washing the kitchen floor. Let's do all of it today.
Yep.
We're going to do every room and wash the kitchen floor. Because we're traditional that way. No. What else, sweetie?
Do you want to take a call?
Take a phone call?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take a call. What line?
On line 2.
Line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Hello, Natasha. Well, hi, Kermit the Frog. Sweetie, it's Kermie.
Hey, Kermit, how you doing?
Hi, NanaBOOZHOO. I'm doing okay. Say, Natasha. Yeah, what can I do for you today, Kermit? You know, I heard once that, the Finnish people, yeah, they were called the Omakaki Winani. That's right. I forgot to say that.
Oh, the Omakaki Winini?
Yeah. Turns out that sometimes the Finnish were also called Omakaki Winani or frogmen. Why did they call them that?
You know, I don't even know.
Yeah, that's true. Omakaki, because that's what I am. I'm Kermit the Omakaki. Kermit the Omakaki. Kermit the Frog. What does the D stand for? Is that your middle name? Yeah. D stands for danger. It does not. No. It's Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. How are things going with Miss Piggy? Oh, I mean, pretty good. My black eye is healing, quicker than I thought. She gave you a black eye? Well, I just gotta learn how to, not make her so angry. No, you don't have to learn anything. You have to learn to, Are we gonna go do this again?
Are you going to invite him to our house?
Well, I felt like threatening Miss Piggy, but now I'm thinking maybe not.
Nah, don't threaten.
Listen, dude, there comes a point where you gotta stand up for yourself. I've offered to... I'm not sure the nice way of putting that. Rhymes with witch. Slap. Miss Piggy. That tranny sow you insist on dating. No, I love Miss Piggy. No, you don't. You're afraid of her. And put some pants on, for crying out loud. You're a nudist. But anyway, if you're going to put up with her abuse, after a while, you only have yourself to blame. Now, NanaBOOZHOO and I have a nice little couch in the living room. You're welcome to come and stay with us. Oh, that's very nice, Natasha, but I'm not sure if Miss Piggy would let me. Would let you? You're a grown man. Well, I'm a grown Omakaki. I'm a grown frog. Yeah. Listen, Kermie, I don't know what to tell you, but we're running out of time, so I gotta go. Did you want to learn any Ojibwe? Well, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? We don't say goodbye, Kermit. We say, I will see you again. Giga waba min. Minawa. Giga waba min. Minawa, Natasha. Yeah. And think about my offer. Come stay with us. Well, I'll think about it. Okay. See ya, Kermit. All right. I genuinely feel bad for him.
Yeah, me too. She's abusive and I don't know.
But I can't fight his battles for him. That wouldn't be right.
No, probably not.
Anywho, run to the hills. It's time to run away. Do you want to add anything before I land the plane?
No, that's good.
Michael?
Hey, will you remind them of the Junia?
Oh, right. If you'd like to support the show, you can click the links in the description. We have a Patreon page. If you give us a little bit every month on Patreon, we'll send you a book by Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. A book like, if I can find it, Doug and Maingan, Counting to 10 in Ojibwe. Or, so for $10 a month, we'll send you a $9 book from Amazon.com.
Hey, don't tell them that.
Well, it makes no sense. Why would they give $10 every month for a book they could buy once for $9?
Well, because they want to support the show. They like us.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, or give us a super chat. Thank you again. And when we're not live, we have a PayPal. That's kind of like a super chat. You can, whatever. And we have a GoFundMe campaign. We're going to raise them some Junia. Some of that sweet, sweet green Junia. And otherwise, order Ojibwe language books and comics by the rockstar cartoonist Michael Lyons at Amazon.com.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And having said that, let me say this. Miigwech Bisandawieg. Thank you for listening to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This over here is NANABOOZHOO.
Okay, miigwech.
That over there is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minahawa Sequoia.
What?
Sequoia just gave us $77.77. I think that's a spiritual number.
Yeah, maybe.
Miigwech Sequoia, we really appreciate it. Why can't the rest of yous be more like Sequoia? Nah. See you tomorrow. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Sweetie.
You got it.
When to teleport?
No, I got to say that.
Oh yeah, you start.
When to teleport?
Make it so, number one. No.
Should we do this? Okay. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO. Welcome back to the show. We've got a very special song for you today. This is by Iron Maiden, and it's called Run to the Hills. White man came from across the sea. He brought us pain and misery.
He killed our tribes, he killed our creed, he killed our game for his own needs.
We fought him hard, we fought him well. Out on the plains we gave him hell.
The many came, too much for greed. Oh, will we ever be set free?
Riding through dust clouds and barren waste,
galloping hard on the plains, chasing the redskins back to their holes, fighting them at their own game. Murder for freedom, the stab in the back, women and children are cowards attack. Murder for freedom, the stab in the back, women and children are cowards attack. Run to the hills, run for your life, run to the hills, run for your life. Soldier blue in the barren waste, hunting and killing their game, raping the women and wasting the men, the only good Indians are tame, selling them whiskey and taking their gold, enslaving the young and destroying the old, selling them whiskey and taking their gold, enslaving the young and destroying the old. Run to the hills, run for your lives, run to the hills, run for your lives, run to the hills, run for your lives, run to the hills, run for your lives.
And there you have it. Run to the hills. Iron Maiden.